Here we have a fruit-bearing tree, a paralyzed cure berry. Alright, thank you very much. And now we are in route, I want to say 32. Is this route 32? No, that's... okay, well, maybe this sign. Route 32, alright. There are some trainers on this route. You're not one of them. You have some good Pokemon there. It must be from the training you gave them around Violet City. The training at the gym must have been especially helpful. As a souvenir of Violet City, take this. It increases the power of Grass-type moves. Okay, there's the Miracle Seed. So if you have a Pokemon that knows Grass moves, and if you attach the item to the Pokemon, it will power up any Grass-type move. But unfortunately, aside from Bellsprout, I'm not going to find any use for that right now, so let's continue on. That enemy was a Bellsprout, so screw that. Okay, first trainer. I haven't seen you around before. So you think they're pretty tough? Eh, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. What Pokemon do you have? You have a Rattata. This is youngster Albert, by the way. Albie, we'll call him Albie. Why? Because he probably hates that name and probably wants to punch anybody who ever calls him Albie. That's just the way it is. Okay. God, Geodude's so defensive. That's what I like about him. I'm probably going to be saying that a lot throughout this playthrough. So just, yeah, just be mindful of that. Still not completely confident in using Zubat just yet. Again, it's that frickin' Leech Life. I just don't trust it as a main attacking move. He'll learn some much better moves as he levels up, for sure. In fact, there is a good move he'll learn during the Zubat stage, so it's not incredibly far off, but it will take a little while. And speak of the devil, we could have a Zubat on Zubat fight, but honestly, I think Leech Life is even worse to use against Zubat because it does like 1 damage. And then he'll use Leech Life, he'll heal that 1 damage, and then do 1 damage to me, and then it's just a never-ending cycle of Leech Lives until it gets to struggle territory. And I don't really want to worry about that. I mean, I guess I could use Supersonic as a move, but I don't know. I like confusion moves when they actually do damage aside from just the confusion itself. Because your opponent can always get lucky and then just not get hit by it, so... Oh my god, Mr. Vile almost died to this Zubat. This Zubat took him down big time. And he still could. Oh, come on, Mr. Vile, you can do this. Don't die to a Zubat. Please don't die to a Zubat. Thank you. Thank you for not dying to a frickin' Zubat. Because you were pretty close to doing that, not gonna lie. Okay, well, see you later, Albie. See you on the flip side, my bro... Joey! Oh my god, Joey, I don't care about your Rattata. And that's the second time you missed out on catching a Pidgey. Oh, Joey, Joey, Joey. I'm not gonna go this way. Hey, nice wall, huh? Yeah. Yeah, nice wall, nice wall. Yeah. I love how I love how it's such a hard brown surface, you know? It's definitely a wall. Yeah. Fight me. Uh-huh, yeah, and you know. Pardon, battle? I'm on the phone. Oh, alright, but make it fast. I mean, you were definitely talking to the wall, not your phone, but whatever. Okay, so... And just for fun, let's see what this does. Again, it shouldn't do anything. Nope. There we go, just one frickin' damage again. And then we take so much damage, too. That's... Zubat, why are you so bad? Why you evolution so much better? It's just the way it is, I guess. So, one thing I guess I haven't really mentioned yet, but I could start mentioning for the sake of the playthrough, is that, you know, we have youngster Joey's number, and there are some trainers that will also give you their phone number. Not all of them, though. In the first route we went through with trainers, youngster Joey and Bugcatcher Wade are ones you can get phone numbers from. And this girl right here, Picnicker Liz, you can also get a phone number from her. But I am not going to do that. I'm sorry for that noise in the background just now. Take it easy, that's mean. Oh, I'm sorry. Why don't you talk to your wall some more? Maybe that'll make you feel better. But yeah, Picnicker Liz is another phone number you can get. And here we go! New Pokemon! We have a wild Hoppip. Hoppip is kind of a strange one. And that's... Hoppip kind of starts as a Magikarp type Pokemon, and that's... You guessed it, it only knows Splash. Why, I have no idea, but it only knows Splash. It's also a grass flying type, which is kind of weird because it doesn't look like a flying type. But it is definitely a grass flying type, so... It's a unique typing, I suppose, but... The fact that it doesn't really learn any flying moves just kind of hinders it, in my opinion. So, yeah, gonna go ahead and say probably not gonna be using Hoppip or any of its evolutions for this playthrough. I'm actually wondering if I'll even use a grass type in this playthrough. I really don't know yet. It also knows Synthesis, which is a healing move, a very annoying healing move. And it's probably going to use it whenever it gets low, so that's kind of annoying. There are 3 new Pokemon you can catch in this route. One of them you can only catch during the morning or the evening, so I cannot catch the 3rd one right now, but I can catch the other 2. And yes, Hoppip is one of them. Thank you. So as for nicknames, I did think about this, and I actually kind of have a clever name for this guy. Or girl. Sorry about this, but I have a fan. A fan/friend. His name is JetpacToad. And, you know, JetpacToad, it's a toad with a jetpack. Flying plant. Hoppip's a flying grass type. I think it works. I think it works. I'm gonna have to give this a little bit of a shortcut, though, so it's gonna be Jetpack with no K. But that is gonna be the name for this guy. Really good friend of mine. He's given me a lot of gifts on Steam, and I really appreciate it, so I felt like he deserved a dedication. He's been a good friend. So there, we have a potion. Don't think there's any trainers over here. Nope. Maybe we can find the other Pokemon? Nope, it was another Bellsprout. But I'm going to go ahead and search for this other Pokemon here in this patch of grass. So I'll see you guys when I find it. Many Bellsprouts, Rattatas, and strangely another Hoppip later. We have the other Pokemon, Mareep, who is a fan favorite in terms of Gen 2, actually. A lot of people really love this line and this Pokemon, so I can understand why. It's cute. It evolves into a very, very cool Pokemon, so it's definitely understandable. This is the first electric type you can get in the game, which is also pretty cool. It's always cool to have an electric type around to kind of fizzle out those water and flying Pokemon, which there are a lot of those in the Pokemon world, so it's always good to have Mareep around for that. But yeah, Mareep has like a 20% chance of appearing on this route, and Hoppip only had a 10%, so it's very strange I got Hoppip first, and it took so long to get Mareep, because 20% really isn't that bad of a chance. But yes, we got Mareep, and I'm going to be naming this guy... Or I'm sorry, I'm going to be naming this girl again after one of my good friends and fellow Let's Players, Prince Laharlkun. But since that's all not going to fit, I'm just going to call him Laharlkun. And what do you know, that fits perfectly. But I actually want Laharl in my party for a bit, so I'm going to go back to town, heal up, and then actually switch my team around a little bit, so be right back. Okay, back here with my good friend Picnicker Liz, who's just kind of still staring at this wall. Let's move on. So yeah, I went ahead and switched out JetpacToad for Laharlkun. Have him in my party. Before anyone asks, no, I'm not going to be using Mareep or the Mareep line for my final team. Reason being is I feel like whenever I play through this game, I always pick the Mareep line as one of my teammates, and you know, I kind of want to do something different in this playthrough. I want to use a team that I've never really used before, and use Pokemon I've never really used before. And I feel like, in general, Mareep and his evolutions are used a lot in these playthroughs, these Gold and Silver playthroughs, so I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I am not going to be using Mareep in this playthrough. Sorry for all those big fans of Mareep. I know there are a lot of them. I also really like Mareep and the Mareep line, but just not going to be using that from this playthrough, in all honesty, so... Yep, sorry guys. God, I hate fighting Bellsprouts! Oh, hi trainer. That glance! It's intriguing! Woo! That's what I just picture him saying. Here we have Camper Roland. You know, because his name is Roland. What a weird name. Sorry to anybody who has the name Roland. I'm sure it's a fine name, but it's just not a name I'm used to seeing. Let's use Mr. Vile. Haven't really used him at all lately. He's my starter. Been kind of neglecting him already, even in this playthrough. And Totodile is such a weird choice, though, because he doesn't really have the type advantage over any gym leader in this game. I don't think so, anyway. And at the same time, I don't feel like he's really weak against any of the gym leaders. If anything, I kind of feel like he's the easy mode, quote-unquote, or not the easy mode, kind of the normal mode for Pokemon you can choose. Kind of like in Red and Blue as well. But this time, I feel like picking the Grass starter is actually the hard mode of this game. as opposed to Red and Blue, where I feel like Bulbasaur was kind of the easy mode, and then Cyndaquil is kind of the easy mode, in a sense, while in Red and Blue, Charmander was kind of the hard mode. Let's see. Yeah, I should be fine. I think we have some fishermen here. I'm a good angler, but an even better trainer. Are you sure about that? I guess we'll find out. This is Fisher Ralph. He has a Goldeen. Interesting. Don't really have anything effect. Oh yeah, I do, but he doesn't know any electric attacks yet. I don't think Goldeen has any water attacks, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Geodude again. I think it just knows, yeah, it just knows Peck, which is why I switched. Oh, Goldeen. Being a water type, even though it knows flying moves. Which is kind of weird. It's not it doesn't even become a flying type, it just knows Peck. But I guess that's what a Pokemon with a beak-like horn likes to do. It likes to peck things. Meanwhile, Geodude likes to miss attacks on a regular basis. Although Tackle, from my recollection, isn't a very accurate move. It's very weak, and it has a chance of missing quite often. Compared to other basic moves, anyway. I feel like the most basic normal attack moves miss more regularly than the most basic elemental type moves. But with that, we do learn a new move with shots. We learn Rock Throw, finally, so Bird Pokemon and Electric Pokemon will be at our mercy now. And Ralph is actually a trainer we can get a phone number from, and this time I am actually going to take his phone number. Because there are certain Pokemon in this game, and I kind of talked about this earlier when we were in the Dark Cave, but there are some Pokemon trainers where if you enlist a certain phone number, some trainers will actually let you know when a very rare Pokemon can actually be found more often. And in the case of Ralph, although it's not really a great Pokemon, you can actually find Qwilfish more often, which is a new Pokemon they added to this game. Unfortunately, we cannot catch Qwilfish yet because it is a fishing Pokemon, and it's going to be a while till we get a fishing rod, so not going to be able to catch it, but we do have his phone number, so when we do get a fishing rod, that's worth it. And when we get to that point of the game, we're going to be able to easily get that Pokemon. Since we'll know when it's in season, pretty much. Otherwise, you can still find the Pokemon, it's just they're going to be really, really hard to find, and it's going to take a really long time. Like, I want to say it only has, like, what, like a 10% chance of appearing? And that's a very low chance. That's a very, very low chance. Hell, I might not even be able to get this until I have, Actually, no, I might be able to get it. I don't know, I was checking to make sure, like, if you have to if you had to have a certain rod to find them. But no, I think you can just use a gold rod when you get to that point. Or a good rod, not a gold rod. So yeah, we found the typical Magikarp trainer of this game. He's as a joke as usual. I think his last Magikarp's level 15 though, so... Although it's still weak at that level, it will know Tackle, I think. Not really sure when Mareep learns the first electric move. I want to say level 9. Okay, yeah, it's level 9, I just checked. I do have a encyclopedia along with me during this Let's Play, so I can check that stuff more easily. It's a good thing to do to always have like a encyclopedia or some kind of guide with you whenever you're doing Pokemon Let's Plays or projects. My encyclopedia of choice is Cerebi.net, but you can't go wrong with Bulbapedia either. They're both really good websites for Pokemon. Can't really go wrong with either of them. I feel like Cerebi is a little easier to navigate in terms of how I use the encyclopedia. I'm sure Bulbapedia is fine too, but in terms of how I like to do my research, I prefer Cerebi. But you know, Bulbapedia is a kind of a wiki page, so if you like Wikipedia pages, then Bulbapedia is definitely the way to go. In the comments section, let me know which encyclopedia of Pokemon do you use for your playthroughs. Just for fun, to promote a little discussion, I guess. So, Swampire is kind of getting to the point where you can actually do damage against Bellsprouts and Grass Pokemon more effectively. But, again, it's still Leech Life, it's still a very bad move, it's still not going to be able to get the job done that well, so... You know, it's still nothing to be that frickin' proud of, I suppose. This Magikarp knows Tackle, but it still barely does anything. But I have Rock Throw. Oh, that didn't do really much, even for Rock Throw. But it's... Magikarp has a buttload of defense. It's how frickin' Meowth broke his teeth in the Pokemon anime when he tried to eat the Magikarp. But we all know what Magikarp can evolve into, so gotta be careful of that. Okay, Laharlkun's now level 7, that's great. Everyone else is pretty much at 10 and 11, so... He has a little bit of catching up to... Mom! Hi Rob, how are you? I found a useful item shopping, so I bought it with your money. Sorry. It's in your PC. You'll like it. Click. So yeah, your mom can buy items for you, and that's really the downside of having your mom save money, is that there are times where she'll just randomly buy an item with your money, and there goes all that money. It was spent on an item you may or may not want, but there is a cool aspect to those items that she buys you, and I'll kind of go over that part of it later. We still have some other trainers to take down, so let's keep fighting. Here we have Fisher Henry. He has Poliwag. Hello, SlimKirby. Nice to see you again. Although there is something special about Poliwag in this game compared to Generation 1. Oh. Forgot that it knows Hypnosis. That's kind of a pain. I don't like Hypnosis. Bubble's kind of annoying too. Thank you. Also, in this version, or this generation, whenever a Pokemon is asleep, if you wake up, you can still attack for that turn. In other games, I believe, you could, or in Gen 1 anyway, if you woke up, you wouldn't be able to attack right after. You'd still have to wait a turn before you could attack again. I do like that they made that change, because sleep is very annoying as it is. It's honestly good to just have that little bit of leeway to work with. Okay, I'm going to switch back to... Actually, no, I'm going to switch to Laharl now. Give him some experience. Sooner he learns Thundershock, the better, I think. I think one thing I will do is, even though I plan not to use Mareep in my final team, I think I will keep it around for a little while. Just because it is one of my favorites in this game. Kind of like I did with Bellsprout and Weepin' Bell and Victory Bell in my Pokemon Blue version playthrough. I've always been a fan of that Pokemon, and even though I didn't want to use it, I still kept it around for a little while. At least we won't have Eshmail on this playthrough. Well, we will. We will have Eshmail back at some point, but it's going to be a very long time before that even becomes a thing. Eshmail the Pikachu will return, just not for a while.